And we're back with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Mr. Wright. What? Are trials always like this with you? It's like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon is a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, partner. Oh god, this guy. They say you show a red claw to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutors chasing mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the scene of the crime, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hoo-wee. I'd like to resume. What's up? Judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, and your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. Have you come down with the Rona? Get the fuck out of here. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock. Who's there? Who the hell is this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. It's this man's horrible cologne. Hey, the temperature rose by 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Video game? Oh god, okay. Oh, sorry I'm late, Aji. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Aji? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been busy. Busy schmizzy. Aji, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes indeed. Aji seems to be his nickname for the judge? Afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're right, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? Sorry about the little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? What? Mr. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Demon Gant. Or Damon Gant, sorry. What the fuck? Pleased to meet you, everyone. So what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. The crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But she has one now. This is a separate one. Where did she get the other one? But to think that it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. It really is quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of information? Or evidence, whatever. If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. And it'll be gross. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Autopilot. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective. That's hush-hush information, Nudgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We were in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Why do I get Joseph Joestar vibes from this guy? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright. Two detectives killed at the same time and in two different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. special thing be the soul tag? Oh, sorry, Wright, but I can't say that now. Not that. You established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife all we can, right? Righto? Evidence that links this knife to detective. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how are things down at the department? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It reminds me of a similar code. The L6? Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something special like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. We should check the court record. Okay, so we are checking the court record anyway. What about this? Obviously, this is upside down. Let's find out what let's find what else he says. Something that happened at the department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right, oh my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You are busy, but with honest case and all. Well, what happened? What happened to the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot? Another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. shit. We know when they died. We know where they were found. How did they die? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. Now we're cooking. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Looks like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. By 15. That's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Should be this. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has something to do with. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest to goodness, what do you mean, Frumudgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12-2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Oh. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL. That's the same thing as written on the knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? Question mark? What game is this guy playing? The knife was in an evidence case. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Stolen? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder, there was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little Worthy. It show it was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. I need to look at all this shit again. Wait. 221, so next we have to figure out how to link the 221s together. I keep thinking that there's something that we have to do with this goddamn badger. Wait. Man had said that knife was stolen out of evidence, right? It could have been used in, like, what if the knife broke? Whoops. So not officially linked, so what? Do we just ask, like, okay, why would Goodman write this? So like 5:15 and 5:12, there's a 3-minute window when all this could have happened. Nope. That didn't work. do we show him the paper again? Nope. Clearly faulty, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you don't know what you're talking about. So, when did the murder of the police department occur? Now, that's a very sharp question, right? Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Alright, now what is the other option? Where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Okay. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Nope. Okay, maybe he did. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the cases established, we should finally have some leverage. Yeah, that's right. We didn't know exactly where the crime took place. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. So now what? So if this was stolen, then who stole it? God damn it. No. No? Damn it. His man was found in the evidence room, right? Well, there's nothing else like to investigate about this paper. Shit. We don't have the picture? Damn it, I'm gonna screw it up on like on the next couple tries. Am I just stupid? What am I supposed to show him that proves it's a fucking... that there's a link here? Other than this. This doesn't seem to matter. That's right. I kept saving it right before I would make him do this, right? Oh, we just had to do that again? Really? Because he said something different last time then. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is the place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to figure out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, no. Can we get information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Like that? Who would have guessed? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, Case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well. I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. This tells me something. It does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? This. Take that! Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police department, prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number right here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Objection! Wait a second, Wright. What is this? You mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yeah, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. What we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in a completely different location. Or, Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, wait a second, where are they now? No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait, or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. How dare. We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. No, but your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Long Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman married at the police in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Now, why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. That's fucked up. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then no such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence must be presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally you'd submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. Seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past September. What the fuck? Whoa, where'd I get September from? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Alright. We have made it 11 hours. It's probably as good a time as any to call it. For now, at least. So, title screen.